Good morning, this is Maitreyee. I hope you all are enjoying your holidays, and I'm sitting outside Shri Aurobindo Ashram, Kolkata. The sun is slowly encompassing the ashram in its warm glow, and I can feel an all-pervading peace. My mind goes back to an article I had read on Aurobindo's views on education, and his thoughts on education are as relevant today as they were 100 years ago. For Shri Aurobindo, education is an instrument for the awakening of the spirit in the mind and body of the individual and the nation. For the individual, the highest object of education is the growth of the soul, its powers and possibilities. For the nation, it is its preservation and strengthening. And in order to awaken the soul, we must take into account the real nature of the child. For Aurobindo, a child is an inquirer, a relentless anatomist, a discoverer, and these are the qualities of the child which must be utilized by the teacher to lead him slowly into a realization and into a discovery of himself and the world around him. Therefore, the teacher can never be an instructor or a trainer. The teacher must be a guide. The teacher's job is to suggest and never to impose. Shri Aurobindo firmly believed that any attempt by the teacher or the parents to hammer the child into a shape desired by them is barbarous. All learning must proceed from experience, and that which is abstract and remote from experience must be brought within the ken of experience. The instrument of the teacher is the mind, the antaharna, and imitation, influence are the methods which the teacher must use. He must never try to impose his method of teaching on the child. But as I said earlier, rather lead the child through experience into an understanding and love of knowledge. Now, Shri Aurobindo had a lot to say about physical education. He said physical education is very, very important, because without physical education, without perfection of the physical body, spiritual awakening is not possible. However, physical education did not merely mean a strengthening of the organs of the body, but it also means a development of poise, balance, strength. As far as moral education is concerned, Shri Aurobindo always said that just a mere training of the intellect is not enough. The moral and emotional nature of individual also has to be trained. Otherwise, it is disastrous for humankind. But he did not believe in moral textbooks, because he said that any attempt to teach from religious or moral textbooks is artificial and superficial, it is mechanical. Therefore, how should moral training proceed? Moral training, the best kind of moral training for the child is to habituate himself or herself to the right emotions, the noblest associations, and the best habits. And any attempt to discipline children and to dress them in a certain mold is hypocritical. But as I said earlier, to ignore To neglect moral training is to corrupt the race. Therefore, the first rule of moral training is to suggest and invite, not command or impose. Every child must be encouraged to get rid of his bad samaskaras through Raja Yogic method of self-control or samayama, rejection and substitution. Thank you.